Welcome back to North Dakota Today, live at Target Field. Joining us now, Twins Executive VP Kip Elliott. Kip, first off, thanks so much for having us here.
Thanks for having
me. And maybe even most importantly for you, congratulations on the outstanding season.
Thanks. Let's keep it going, right?
Amen to that.
It's been pretty fun. A lot of good players. Nelson Cruz I think he's probably the biggest key to our success because of all of his leadership. But if you look at all the guys we've had hitting home runs and having a good time, so hopefully we have a lot of excitement here and get people here for the playoffs.
Yeah, you just broke the record for the most bombs, on away games. You're going to break the record, it sounds like, for the entire season, so the sticks are working.
You got it.
Take you right into October. You want to start, my friend?
Yeah, I was going to say before we get started talking about NDSU and this football field, what is the buzz like in Minneapolis right now with the Twins, having success? Obviously, when there's a down year, things are different. What's it like being around this program right now?
Yeah, it's a lot of fun, and we had the previous decade before we moved into here had a lot of success, went to the playoffs numerous times. This decade in the middle has been a little challenging, but now, picking it back up just makes it a lot more fun. You always see a lot of TC hats and TC T-shirts, but you see a lot more of them now. The buzz is great. The guys are having fun. It's a lovable group, and it reminds me of that group way back in the Torrey Hunter and Michael Kadaya era.
That's awesome. Well, so I was just going to say, so you see a lot of Twins hats around. I think you're going to see a lot of Bison fans around this weekend. So let's just talk about it in general. What this process was like getting North Dakota State and Butler to come play here.
Yeah, well, I got to give Matt Larson, the AD at NDSU, a lot of credit because Matt really initiated conversations, had reached out to us, and in particular talked to Dave St. Peter, our president, about the possibility of having a game, and that was probably 3-4 years ago. And the process ensued. You got to work on the deal a little bit, had a few meetings, and then, we said, let's do it because the fan base, there's so much crossover between the NDSU fan base and the Twins fan base.
Sure.
And we knew we were going to have a lot of people here, just the passion of the fans, probably some of the most passionate fans in college football. So we anticipate a lot of, green and yellow all the way through the ballpark. After we kind of arranged the deal, the athletic department and a lot of the football staff came down here, initially including Coach Kleiman and his staff to tour the facility, and Coach Enns is there as well.
Sure.
And then there's been other visits. I got to commend that group. It's pretty easy to see why they're so successful because of the people that lead that group. But the athletic department really pushed it. And we were fired up to have it happen.
So I got to ask this question because, as you know, David St. Peter went to UND. UND and NDSU, big rivals. Did he first kind of gulp when Matt Larson called, like, NDSU? I don't know, Mr. Larson.
Well, Dave's just a big North Dakota supporter, period. And let's be honest, it's the football up there is king at NDSU. And while there's some friendly jabs back and forth between NDSU and UND folks on football and hockey, he knew that really was the only team to have down here for football.
Kip, what are the logistics like when you go from playing a baseball game in this stadium for however many days throughout the summer? Now you have to kind of change and switch it up for football, from the vendors to everything. Is it a lot different, or is it kind of the same type of deal for the logistics part?
Well, I would say, you just spoke to Larry DeVito, and I missed a lot of Larry's conversation, so I didn't hear the words. But it puts a lot of pressure on Larry and his group, right? And they do a tremendous job. I would say that's obviously a lot different, right? They've got to prep, they've got to take the mound away, they've got to stripe the field, and then coming out of this, there will be field damage. It's a question of how much. That's probably the biggest pressure. Our stadium ops group does a tremendous job. They're used to putting on 81 games, so they're pretty adept, and they've done concerts, so it works pretty well.
So what's been the talk around the administration within the team, knowing that, hey, we're in first place, we're hitting the ball really well, and like you just mentioned, now we got to repair the field after a football game. Is there any wow, we didn't realize we were going to be having this kind of season?
Yeah. There's a little angst for it, but you always prepare for it. Larry will do a great job. He's got turf coming in case we need it, and he'll get it back in shape. He's done it before with concerts and other events. It will be fine.
One of the things I got to mention is when Larry stepped away, he said, "Yeah, Chris, by the way, we need 6 tons of clay to repair the mound." I just thought, oh my goodness,
it's crazy. And you watch him; it's a arduous process. So he's the best. We have the best grounds crew. When you think about the weather that we have up here, they do a tremendous job getting the field.
So you got the Indians next Friday. Let's talk a little bit about the rest of the year. What do you want to share with our audience to come down and see some games?
Well, yeah, come on down. We've got a lot of games coming in the month of September. If you haven't been here, get down here. I'm sure some folks that are here this weekend will be back down for baseball, and we'll be putting playoff tickets on sale soon.
Love to hear that, and thank you for the great hospitality, sir.
Thanks for having us, Kip.
Appreciate it.
Really
very, very much. Thank you.
All right, have fun.
Thank you.
All right, stick around. We got Marcus Williams coming up and much, much more right here. We're live from Target Field. Twins leading the division on North Dakota Today.